Let's see. You see what I got to do? You see what I have to do to handle my emotions after the Cowboys lose, this season, losing season. They won today. And that's a good thing. They won because I said before and I'll say it again. I want you to win now. I want them to win through the holidays. That's important because it sets the tone. So it's a good win today. But it made me think about the things I had been talking about, how easy it is to get back into this game. And it's proven out more and more. When I talk about it, I watch the Cowboys. Yeah, they won the game. Y'all saw it. But what I saw is a team that put 30 points on the board. I saw a team running the ball a little bit better. I mean, with Cooper Rush putting 30 on, and Cooper Rush is pretty sporadic on his passing. I think Dak is better than that. And that's why this lends way to what I was saying, that we're not as far away from that pot, if you really look at it, like what I talked about. Because look at all the big teams in the league. Packers scored 30. I think Eagles put about 27. That Bills and Detroit game, they put up 40-some points. Top teams are putting up 30 points in this league. It gives you an opportunity to play. Stop telling me about, you got to have great defense. Those defenses are playing up sometimes, then they're playing down. You just got to know how to score. I don't care what your defense look like. I don't care what someone else's defense look like. If you can put 30 points on the board, you got a shot. And with CeeDee Lamb and another big-time receiver, don't try to sell me on somebody that's dead and gone. Don't try to get me somebody in the third, fourth, fifth rounds. I need you to get me a big-time first-round receiver, or trade. But no, you got to draft him. You got to draft him because the money ain't gonna be right in the trade. So you just got to put your big resource right there. That's just the reality of that, and get back in this fight. Now you can build with the rest of the things. I can find a place here, find a person there, but I always say this when people had talked about when defense wins championships. No, points win championships. And no matter what, even best defenses won't be able to stop everybody. But the best offenses that can score on anybody will be able to play with everybody. Let me say that again, Michael. That was heaven. That was manna from heaven. The greatest defense in the world, the greatest of defenses we've ever known, won't be able to stop. Well, I better not say all of that, because Warren Sapp will start calling me. Them jokers from the 85 Bears will start calling me. But most generally, Ray Lewis and his Raven team, they'll start calling me. So, yeah. And they stopped, I think they averaged like 12 points a game. So that's stopping everybody in the NFL. That, when you're doing that 85 Bear team, but you ain't going to find them teams nowhere. And that's why it is 2024. And we're still talking about them damn 85 Bears. You know why? Because we don't see that junk everywhere. It ain't everywhere. And since nobody in the NFL has it now, listen to what I'm saying. Unless you got 85 Bears, you can win in this league with scoring points. Defenses. All defenses right now we call great defense, they're not going to stop everybody. Somebody is going to score points. You got to be one of them somebody that can put points on the board, and then nobody can stop you. You see what I mean? That's all. That's what you have to do. And I say go find a big-time wide receiver, and you're back in this match. Right back in this match. And the morale will be lifted. You know what I mean? The morale will be lifted so that everybody will be like, oh my God, we can buy into that again. We can buy into that. I almost said we can buy into that. I don't care who the head coach is. But though I like the guys are playing for Mike McCarthy, and right now, like, why we couldn't do that in the beginning, But yeah, that's just a summary for the Cowboys. This has been quite the year. Yeah. I'll go upstairs, man. Prepare for my other shows and talk about the rest of these teams. But I wanted to pull the Cowboys out because it's just a separate thing and a different thing. And yeah, that thing is going funny this year. But good win, Cowboys. That's a good win today. And let me tell you one last thing too, because I want to get in this. How is that so, you wonder? How did the Cowboys beat Carolina like that? Dominated them. I mean, that was domination. They played great. And then just last week, the Eagles scraped to win that game against Carolina. And now you start saying, oh, can this team beat the Eagles? Doesn't work that way. Just because we beat them better than the Eagles beat them, doesn't mean you better than the Eagles. I'll talk about that when I get upstairs too. And I'll talk about the Eagles when I get upstairs. Because the Eagles, I told you something about them. We'll find out if they are a football team or a football family. We found out. I'll check back with you.